Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Florian entered the courtyard of the new keep, his scars being clear and visible, yet slowly healing. The king had dressed in training leathers, but carried himself with the weight and power of his position. But he wasn't here to train, as much as he would have enjoyed it. Rather, he would be training someone for a change. The courtyard was filled with the clanking of steel as men clashed against each other, some looking over at Florian and offering a greeting and a bow, though Florian dismissed each of them. There was only one man that he did not ask to leave. That was the Master of Arms, the greying yet still formidable Chainbreaker. The fearsome warrior offered a bow that appeared more like a nod towards the king. "Your Grace," was the only greeting he offered. "How is he progressing?" the king questioned in return and moved beside Mance. In front of them they saw his son training, fighting against a man-at-arms who was clearly holding back, and there to show his son how to defend properly. "Tough lad, stubborn like his pa. Wouldn't have expected anything less from your boy. He is training well with the other lads, so I decided to challenge him. A boy needs to cover himself in mud before he covers himself in glory," the Chainbreaker answered, crossing his arms. "Mance, you told me that 100 times when I was a boy," Florian said with a light chuckle in his voice. "Aye, I did. Now I call ye your Grace and kiss your boots. I should have done it 100 times more," he said with his usual gruff voice before breaking into laughter. The king joined him in this. The Crown Prince looked over, hearing the laughter, and was promptly thrown into the dirt. However, the boy did not seem to care, quickly standing up and running over to his father. "Father, how long have you been here?" the boy said, catching his breath. "For me to see enough," the king said to the prince, placing his hands on his shoulders. "Your training is not done, but you require someone else for it. Get your sword and shield. I will make you a great knight, and that starts today." Ambrose appeared a bit unsure, but nodded and went back to get his training gear. Florian picked up one of the sparring swords and began walking towards the field. When he was stopped by a large hand on his shoulder, turning, he saw the face of Mance. "Don't be too hard on the lad. He is only a lad. And your son, give him time." Mance spoke quietly, but with a tone that demanded Florian listen, even if he did not like it. Florian certainly did not enjoy being given any form of command, but here he was forced to agree. His only response was a nod, as he shrugged the hand off, though it could have kept him there if the Chainbreaker wished. Entering the small field, Florian spun his short sword a few times and took an attacking stance. Ambrose was across from him, raising his shield and taking a few steps back. The king took a few steps forward, attacking once, twice, thrice, and by then Ambrose was on the ground. "Watch your footwork, otherwise you'll fall easily. And keep your shield up or I'll ring your head like a bell," Florian said as he helped his son back up and took a few steps back. Again they clashed, and again Florian won. It repeated over and over, but each time Florian needed more time and it always got more difficult. Once or twice Ambrose successfully managed to attack him, but he was more often than not beaten easily when he undertook such an action. As they prepared again, Ambrose spoke up while kneeling down to fix his boots. "I'm tired, I need a break." Florian sighed in response. "You are getting better, only 7 more rounds, then you are free." "If I get close enough that you are truly in danger, can I go then?" Ambrose responded with a sly smile. "How could that be?" Florian only chuckled, knowing that was impossible. "Sure, if you do that, you can go immediately." The Crown Prince took his shield up and raised it in front of him. Father and son circled each other, but slowly closing in on each other. Florian took the initiative and began to move forward, beginning to run as he was suddenly hit with something in the eye and was forced to close his eyes. Raising his free hand, he wiped off the mud and saw Ambrose swinging at him. The king only barely managed to parry it and seize his son's arm. "That wasn't very fair," Florian said, slightly out of breath. "Neither is war," answered his son with a wide grin. In the background they could hear Mance laughing. "You said I could go?" The face of the king looked down and turned into a small smile as he shook his head in disbelief. "I did. Go and get yourself cleaned up," he said, while letting go of the boy's arm. Ambrose's smile only brightened as he dropped his weapon and ran out of the courtyard with the king joining the Master of Arms. "Good lad," Mance said quietly. "That he is," Florian responded, somewhat absent-mindedly. "Not him, you. You did well," responded the old giant of the north. No response came from Florian, as he found himself lost in thought. What would his son become? What would be the legacy of Ambrose II? And what would he be remembered for? Florian the Fool or Florian the Great? There was apparently much more for him to learn. Even now as a king, his son also had to learn much more before becoming Prince of Stars. Much more. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Grand Northern Kingdom of Andalia with King Florian, the first of his name. I have finally remembered to add some very overdue custom characters. There are 2 of them, so I'll quickly look for them. I tried to get the names as close as possible, as I always do, and one of them I actually did manage to get the right name. Unfortunately, the other one, not so much, but I got it as close as possible. Right, so let's just have a look at those 2. They should be in our court somewhere. They always appear in random places, but we'll find them in a second. I do apologise for how long it took me to add these 2 guys in. I just kept forgetting, but yeah, they are finally added. So we have Hugo Breitling, an 18-year-old knight, a white and blue striped sigil. He's a dutiful commander, a knight, a trained fighter. He's shy, humble, and erudite, and he is married to our bastard cousin. And then the second one is Adrian Belmont, who is a skilled commander. He's strong, he's a knight, he's brawny, brave, wrath, gregarious, and lustful. I have arranged a wedding for him to one of our distant kinswomen as well. Make sure that they both get their houses reproducing so that they don't die out. Hopefully then they could be future Andalian houses in at some point as we expand. I've also, after asking for names, changed it to the Sons of Enger for our mercenary band, which is actually, when I was looking on the military, it's actually pretty impressively strong, just shy of 4,000 men. It's actually the 3rd strongest mercenary band at the moment. Some of them may have took a beating at some point, but yeah, it's pretty good. Quentin 9, so that's actually an Eerie band, so you could class that as an Andalian one as well. So yeah, they're a strong band, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on. Let's unpause, carry on. Last episode we didn't do a huge amount of things, but some time passed along. Florian's starting to recover from his wounds, thankfully. Hopefully he'll be able to go to war again soon. We are trying to get claims still on the north, and King Edwin Stark of the North has failed to pay interest on the loan from the Bank of the Crown, and the High Council has voted on how to proceed. The Council voted for action. Okay, that's going to be interesting to see what they do there. So the Starks owe us money. That could work in our favour. That could work very well in our favour, in fact. Your Grace, I humbly ask that you intervene on my behalf against the aggression of Lord Alan Longthorpe. We'll order him to stand down, and he has obeyed. That war has been going on for quite some time, so we've got the young Lord Erin of the Sisters. Can we force train Ambrose again yet? May you live in harmony and contentment. I accept that Sir Adrian and Serene Sevenstar get married. Our cousin of some sort. Right, yes, what I was going to look at is we force-trained Florian and Ambrose in the last episode, didn't we? Can't do it again. Can we force-train Harsley Seymour yet? Yes, we can, so we will do that. And my ward has not improved his swordsmanship skills during his training. Even worse, you were overzealous and injured your ward. He's now wounded. Okay, well, that's not good. Winton Firehand has attempted to imprison Danes Silvereye of Sevenstar and has succeeded. He's also imprisoned Lady Silvereye, so Lord Firehand seems to have it in for the Silvereyes, it would seem, and he's sent Sir Danes Silvereye to the wall. Okay, the Silvereyes aren't doing too well, thanks to old Winton and sending a lot of them away, killing a lot of them, and such like that. How is 26 now? Wow, Florian is aging very quick. Your Grace, the Kingdom of the Iron Isles currently has no incumbent separate from the crown. Lord Harlaw is offering to do that. I was tempted to do it to him. I only didn't do it before because of his Jogus Nye father, but the Jogus Nye seems to have died out of him now, thankfully, so I may do that, you know. Do you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. Just because it's easier to handle the Ironborn if we don't have to deal with them also. And we've got some open minor titles, apparently. It's probably going to be commanders. Let's have a look. We will have a few new commanders, actually, now, hopefully. Let's have a look what we've got. We've got Nana Harlaw, Adam Redguard. Wow, okay. He's education winner. He's an organizer, a brilliant commander, and oh, very nice. And a, what is that? Is that flat terrain expert? He's definitely getting put in there. Sir Byam Laxley, who is quite new. We've probably got a better commander than you now. Let's have a look. Belmont's not too bad, is he? So we could maybe go for him. Then this guy's dying. We'll leave it as it is for now. Lord Brandon of the last half revoked the castle of Northwold from Willem Umber. High Lordship of the Shield Isles. What? Lord Brandon, that makes no sense. So we've got a random Umber down here now. No idea what that's all about. We'll ignore that, and we should prepare. Winter is coming already. It's not been that long since the last winter, really, has it? So I'm surprised that that's coming so soon. What else can we do? We're still making our armor, aren't we? We could hold a feast. Let's hold a feast just before winter, a harvest festival of some sort. Let's do that. Your Grace, your brother Prince Enger is responding very well to my tuition. He's improving his skills and advancing his knowledge every day. He's gained 2 diplomacy, which is awesome. Perfect. He's nearly come of age now. Hopefully he'll be our future steward by the looks of things. We have spent that little bit of money on the feast, but hopefully good will come from that. There are many legends about the great man whose blood I share. A particular story has been circulating at court lately. It focuses on an epic feat where Enger proves his strength of character. The more I hear, the more I wish to emulate him. I shall strive to be more like him. We gain the trait stubborn, or no, I'll make my own fate. Well, to be fair, Florian is very, very similar to Enger the First, isn't he? Wow, it's been a hell of a long time since he died, hasn't it? 6655, 110 years ago. Yes, we will strive to be more like him. We don't lose any traits, do we? We will gain stubborn, but we won't lose anything. And our vassal opinions will go up because obviously everybody respects Enger the First, the founder of this great... Wow, and that's just improved our levies by like 40,000. So that's pretty cool. This feast will be on the way. Money slowly improving. Aha! I was struck with nervous excitement when Master Wilbert announced that the armour, was nearing its completion. Today I have received the master in my throne room, and he unveils the armour rack. I find it almost impossible to breathe. What will you name her, my high king? The armour shall be guardian, the armour shall be champion, everyone shall fear the warden. I shall be let's go for champion. Let's have a look at that bad boy armour then. Is it better than our previous armour? Our fine set of armour was plus 10. Champion plus 15. Wow, that does look pretty good actually. We will equip that new armor, which means we do have a fine set of armor to give away. And do we have anything else? We have Guardian plus 15, which is pretty good as well. Could give that to one of our family members. Enger's not yet of age. Ambrose is still too young. We'll keep hold of them for now, but we will give them away to somebody at some point. We've got that dragon bone sword as well. The peasants have risen up in Cherwell, led by a disgruntled former soldier. The rebels have the nerve to demand independence. The best part about preparing for a feast, we will spend enough to satisfy everyone's hunger, and these rebels don't seem like they're actually going to affect us. And Septon Quincy of the Broken Branch died. Most of the preparations are done. Let's invite everyone. Everyone should come. Most people do like Florian. Dear King Florian, I thank you for the invitation, but I will not be able to attend the feast. I refuse to set foot in the same room as you. Okay, I didn't know you hated us so much, but yeah, whatever. And while pondering over the guest list for the feast, I wonder if I should invite my friend Sir Herith. Well, of course. Of course we should invite our friend Sir Herith. And Lord Owen of Longbow Hall has died under suspicious circumstances. Does he have an heir? Yeah, so the Hunter line is secure. The blue branch of House Hunter. Of course, I don't know if the original House Hunter branch is still around or not. I'm not overly sure if they are. I know that they did have the land next door to the main Hunterland where the Corburys now rule from. Oh, awesome. Fate smiles upon me. My wife Marjorie is pregnant. That is great news. Excellent. At the age of 65, your Bannerman, Lord Wilbert of the Father's Ford, died of depression. Who is the new Richard's Lord? We have Lord Bernard of the Father's Field, whose wife is imprisoned by him. Okay, so he's a poor fighting duelist. Got loads of children, so the Richards. Got Wilbert Richards. Who else have we got? Sir Willis Richards. He looks pretty cool. And Harwin Richards, and a daughter as well, Cassandra Richards. The wandering minstrel entered the castle singing and did not stop until he found me. With a flourishing bow and one long sad tone from his lute, he finished his song and asked for my patronage. Yeah, why not? Why not indeed? Not got a lot of money, but winter's coming. We want to make the small folk and the lords happy before they go home and lock themselves away for winter. Hopefully not a long winter. I don't know if the White Walkers can attack in the Andal bookmark. It'd be really cool if they could. That would be a cool thing to add to the story of the Knights of Andalia. Raymar Wainwood has had arming sword added to his treasury. What's an arming sword? Wow, he's got a lot. A well-crafted maid. Okay, cool. It's nice when they get their own, other houses get their own bits and bobs of artifacts and such. Obviously, a few houses around the realm do have their own Valyrian steel swords and armours and other little bits and bobs. Theon obviously now has that Dragonbone axe that once belonged to Benfrey Highstar. Probably will give Enger something as he comes of age to a 16-year-old. We'll probably give him something. The guests have finally arrived in Sevensport. They've been given bread and salt as their guest right. All is now ready. The cooks have worked day and night preparing the food, and our stocks of brown ale have been replenished. And the palace has never looked lovelier. Welcome to my feast. It was Theon, wasn't it? Yeah, we have the Dragonbone axe to him. Do you know what then? We will also gift you the artifact a fine set of armour. Let's improve our brother's martial abilities. I rushed around trying to get everyone to work harder, making sure everything was ready for the feast. I waited impatiently for my friend Sir Harry to arrive, but still did my best to make sure every guest felt welcome and found their designated place at the high table. Perfect, so that's kept him happy. Let's go to Lister. What did we give him? We gave him the splint mail. Let's give you something else as well then. We'll give you, just to get rid of some of these artifacts and spread them around the realm, we've got a golden sword, an emerald scepter, a sword of heroes. They're just for our crown. Let's give you, wow, we've got so much random stuff as well that we gained from Maester Daemon when he died. Let's what have we got? Let's give you the Dragonbone sword that then again I might give that to Enger. I feel like you should have something. You're leading a mercenary band. Yeah, we'll give it to you. We will give you the Dragonbone sword. Send. A minor merchant from Sevensport is present at the feast and has taken the opportunity to bring a petition before you. He says that Lord Winton Firehand owes him a debt that has gone unpaid, while Lord Winston himself claims that the debt is no longer valid and urges you to declare the debt cancelled. 100 gold, but it could upset the city taxing, but it's going to... Sorry, Lord Firehand, but pay your debts, mate. Pay your debts. I'm not upsetting the peasantry and the nobles and everything. Love Florian, we don't want to upset that. So Marlon Lancer has used his attendance at the feast to present a petition for justice before the court. He claims that while he was detained by Lord Samwell Lancer, he was barbarically tortured and mutilated. Well, let's have a look at you. Ah, eunuch. Okay, yeah, so that's probably true, isn't it, to be honest? Lord Samwell the Tall. Is he the actual lord? Yes, he is. He's not a torturer, but he has... Who is he to him? Sir Marlon Lancer. Is he your cousin? I'm guessing... Lord Samwell the Tall, your father was Sir Offa Lancer, who was Benfrey the Bear's son, so... Who are we looking at again? Sir Marlon Lancer is... I'm guessing your cousin. But you did do that, so... You're going to have to pay recompense. Or should we arrest you? We could then ransom you, get a nice bit of gold. Or you have no gold at all. Oh no, that's him. Sorry. Does Lord Samwell have gold? No, he has no gold either. Pay recompense. Just keep everyone happier. The more hypocrites Lord Adam II drank, the more and louder he talked and laughed until he let out a loud snoring and fell face first into his plate. The servants discreetly removed Lord Adam II from the table and took him to a bedchamber. Good lad. I don't think Florian would be disgusted in that, like it just said. I think Florian would love that, if I'm honest. Lord Roderick of Ghoultown has inherited city of Ghoultown. Okay. Nothing overly exciting or anything about that. What, we've got Crown Loyalist still. Lower Crown Authority. Lord Samwell for Crown and Vale. Lister Sevenstar has had a Dragonbone sword added to his treasury, which does improve his martial ability ever so slightly. And peace with you. What a splendid... I accept your gracious gift. What a splendid object. Lady Ariane of Dawn Forest. No, we gave it to your husband, unless he's gave it to you. He's gave it to his wife for whatever reason. Okay, fair enough. It's in their family. It'll go to their child, won't it? So it's not the worst. I think they've only got the one child, haven't they, still? If if I remember correctly. Oh no, they've now got a daughter, Princess Cyrene, as well as Prince Roderick. The last of the guests have returned home, and everyone agreed it was this year's finest feast. Improves everyone's opinion of us by 5, putting on millet. Wow, you would have seen it then, improved by another 10 just because of that opinion increase, which is awesome. I wonder what child Queen Marjorie's going to give us. Another son? A daughter? Who knows? Your Grace, I've been instructing young Ambrose in the ways of sword and lance as requested. I'm pleased to say he appears to be a natural. His martial prowess has improved greatly over recent weeks. Sir Ambrose becomes a skilled fighter. That's amazing. He's only 9 years old. That is incredible. Can we force him to train again? Not at the moment, but that is awesome. Oh, he's got a sister. Oh, yes, of course he's got a sister. This is his bastard sister. Let's make her interesting. Lord Leopold of the Bullside decided to exile Harris Hooton, who is some sort of cousin to him. He sent him to the Night's Watch for something. Who knows what? You never know what. There's so many Lords of Andalia and Andalian noble families now on the wall. We've got Blooms there. We've got Seymours there. We've got loads of Greystarks, Racks. A hell of a lot of members from different houses. Reeds, Corburys, Graftons, Royces. A hell of a lot of men there. We could do with sorting out some more guardianships and weddings and stuff for some younger family members. Let's have a look. What have we got? So we've got the heir to the farthest field, Warren Firehand. Can we arrange a betrothal? Have we got anyone in our court that would make a good match for him? Irina Royce, which is only 2. We've got another Firehand, but obviously we're not going to go for that. Not really. There are things that I might do off screen, see how some of those things are turning out. Our money's improving again, ever so slightly. How much longer have we got? We've still got a few years till we can go to war. How are the North doing in their war? At first, the signs were small, easily dismissed as coincidences, but now they are becoming too frequent to be ignored. My wife will give birth under auspicious stars, hopefully. Could we have a child of destiny? That would be interesting. Ambrose's second coming. Ambrose I was obviously a very impressive king, achieved a huge amount until it all went wrong, and it is good tradition to have some gossips around a pregnant woman in order to help her keep calm and distracted from the tribulations of this delicate time. Yes, she needs familiar faces. Of course, we will get that done as soon as possible. And at age 1, your subject Wilbert Rosby died of the dreaded plague. Your section Robert reports that Sir Romand of Owenshold has been humbled by your endless generosity to the poor in Sevensport. Perfect. How is Sir Romand? Wow. Look at Sir Romand and his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 daughters. One married into the Rooks. One's married to Sir Sandor Kenning. One's married to a Rack. Sarah Sevenstar remains unmarried, so can we arrange a marriage between her and... We've got Harry and Steelheart here. We'll keep that as a 7-star house, so that there's somebody to inherit that at least. Ronessa, she was Harith Rack. And what about Cyrene 7-star? She's married to Sir Edrian Belmont. Sarah 7-star dead. And Arena Snow, another bastard, is a Darkblade bastard. Okay. At age 62, your bannerman Lord Harstein of Maidenscape died comatose in bed. That marriage has been sorted. So who is the new Lord of Maidenscape then? Lord Damon of Maidenscape, 38. He has 3 sons as well, so the Blue Star line seems fairly secure. Open council position. We need a new Lord Treasure. Oh yeah, because he's going to have moved. We've got Moribald, but how long until Enger comes of age? He's 15. Very impressive stewardship. Surely soon he's going to come of age, and then he will be our new steward. We'll make him our new steward as soon as he comes of age. Branner, who's died from too much drinking, age 63. A lot of people dying of alcohol, it would seem at the minute. Lord Maynard of the Warriors' Watch decided to exile Robin Morgoth. Who is Robin Morgoth? Wasn't Robin his heir? Well, he's had a daughter now, but I'm pretty sure Robin was his heir. Let's have a look. Robin Morgoth, who did have a son that died anyway, but probably not the best thing to do considering there's not a huge amount of Morgoths around. That does seem a risky move. A very risky move. Best mother around at our court. She should have been at our court anyway. Now she's gone into hiding. Why? Bess is in hiding. Oh, because she's pregnant. She's in the final months of pregnancy. Wow. Enger, you did not mess around. And Enger has now come of age. He is an incompetent steward, which isn't the best, but we will make him now our new steward. Hopefully he can improve in stewardship. Let's get him to collect taxes in Sevensport. Have we got, actually, anything in our treasury that improves stewardship? We've got a Seven's Tail, which is combat skill, the Winds of Time, combat skill, Ancient Tent, no, gotta have something that improves stewardship that we can give to him. Passages of the Dead, interesting. Old God Opinion +3, Wildling, okay, that's cool. Dragonbone Bracelet, not really. Doesn't look like we have anything that improve stewardship, unfortunately, which is a shame. Because we could have given that to our brother to help him out in his new role. No, nothing that we can give to him to improve his stewardship. But he's still 16, so his stewardship will get better. Has his wife had the child yet? Not yet. And our child's due to be born around the same time, so we're going to have a lot of 7-star cousins around that same age, it would seem. Taking old Enger Seymour a long time to get this this claim in Sea Dragon Point, considering how quickly he got the claim up on Blackpool. Henry Gardner died of grayscale. Doesn't really concern us, does it? And a son was born to High King Florian. Awesome. Well, we're going to have to look into that and see what name to give him. Let's just see who's died here first. Lord Osgood of Stronghot Song. Lord Bell is the new Lord Belmore, 17-year-old lord. He does have a daughter already. Who's he married to? To a Tollet. So what happened to Lord Robert? He died of severe stress at the age of 46, which is a shame. Guess we need a name for our new son. Well, we've just got Ambrose, and before it was a flip between Ambrose and Enger, so it's going to be an Enger, yet again, another Enger, named for our father and our recently deceased grandfather as well. So, Enger, 7-star. Let's... Oh, and a daughter was born to Prince Enger of Andalia and Bess Mud, named Maya. Maya, have we had a Maya 7-star before? I don't think we have, so we'll keep that name. Why not? Whoa! And a son was born, all being born at the same time. A son was born to Prince Lister of Andalia and Miriam of the Sons of Enger, named Mark 7-star, who unfortunately has been born stillborn, which sucks. Born sickly and stillborn. Hopefully they can have another child soon. Right, so let's have a look who we've got. So Prince Enger had a daughter, Princess Maya, who hasn't had any inheritable traits or anything like that. But never mind, it's another 7-star to add to the ever-growing 7-star family. And then we have Prince Enger. Oh my god. That's our first genius in quite some time. Since Maester Damon, who was obviously a bastard. So is that our first true-born genius of House 7-star? Incredible. Prince Enger. Would it be a shame if Ambrose... No, Ambrose is turning into a pretty sick fighter, though. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't tempt fate with that. Why has he got this childhood focus? This is really pissing me off. But wow, that is awesome. Prince Enger is a genius. Amazing. Let's keep an eye on you. Awesome. Great to see. Right, let's continue on and see what we can do. Right, so we've got a lot of gold now. Really annoying that we can't try and press our claims at the moment. Maybe it'd be good if he got overthrown, this King Edwin, or killed or something like that, so that we could then go to war now. We could plot to kill him, but it doesn't seem a very Florian type move to do something like that, if I'm honest. We can call a Grand Invasion Council, though, to expand by conquest and call it... Okay, so we could do that. Would that allow us to go to war even though we are meant to have a peace? I'm not sure if it works like that. We'd lose 100 gold to do so. Liege Loyalist faction has strength of 100%. All ranking vassals have a positive... Wow! All vassals have a positive opinion of Florian. That's impressive considering how big our kingdom is. That's very impressive. Florian is such a cool guy. He really does remind me of Robert Baratheon. So much. Some priests and such have done stuff. That's fine. I might try the old trick. We've not tried it in a while. Let's call you back. and then send you again to get a claim upon that. We haven't done that to do that trick in some time, but it normally tends to work. Normally when we do that, we get the claim pretty much straight away. Not really anything else that needs filling up at the minute, is there? No. Lord Ben of Sunrise Keep has inherited Lordship of Sunrise Keep and other titles from Lord Jason, sorry, so Lord Ben of Sunrise Keep. Okay, he's pretty decent. He's not bad, to be fair. Offo High Oak died under suspicious circumstances at the age of 18. Oh, well, that sucks, because he's... Oh, wow. He was actually a very good diplomat. He could have been our future diplomat. He's impressive as hell. And he's died. That sucks. He was actually the heir, wasn't he? Was he Daenerys' heir? Yes, he was. Now his heir will be his grandson, Kellis High Oak. That really sucks. That really, really sucks. At least there is a few male High Oaks about, but that, yeah, that sucks. Serene Oxford died of pneumonia. Okay. Now that we've got some money, can we offer to send more troops and equipment and such to our mercenary band? Do we get to hire our mercenary band for free as well? Let's send equipment to the mercenaries. I can send equipment of higher quality to the troops of the Sons of Enger in order to change its troop composition and make them perform better in combat. Send equipment for... Well, let's have a look at them. I think they did have mainly infantry, mainly heavy infantry. So let's send some equipment for the heavy infantry and make them even more impressive. And it didn't cost us a great amount to do that either, which is good and nice to see. There is no man better at increasing the faith's opinion of me, or teach me to become a more pious man than Septon Robert. Yeah, let's get the actual temple opinion up this time, because I'm thinking that we did it the other way around last time, so... We've got a child lacking a focus. Let's have a look. Edard Snow, who is our kinsman. He's Sindra Sevenstar, our cousin's son. Nothing overly impressive about him, is there? Let's go for duty, why not? And yeah, we'll leave you with Maester Benfrey for now. 27 now. Closing in on that old age photo. Well, not old, middle age photo now, aren't we? Eldrick Coldwater died of poor health. Lord Bernard of the Father's Ford died attending to chamber business, and the shit strike again. He's only just become Lord, the poor sod. Waited all them years. Now Lord Wilbert Richards is the new Lord of the Father's Ford. At age 65, your bannerman, Lord Arlen of the Frosty Shore, committed suicide. Damn. Wow. So his son inherits already an old man, Lord Andadar of the Frosty Shore, who is another homosexual. And he's infirm, so he's not going to be the greatest. He's also a torturer. And who's his heir? Sir Illifer Oxter, who is pretty decent, actually. And his son was the genius, wasn't it? Tristan Oxter, who has gone for the Struggle focus. Let's get you a better guardian. Someone with some impressive martial. Unfortunately, we can't take you on ourselves. Let's send you to Adam Redguard, who's pretty good. Yoren Rosbury is now known as the Quarreler. Wow, splattered with blood. Ouch. One thing I did want to do, actually. Minor titles. We need to... Lord Brandon can't be our bodyguard anymore, can he? Let's be honest. So, we will go for Daenerys Royce. Lord Mance can also no longer be our bodyguard. He's now a lord. We want people who are actually close by. So, we'll go for Edrian Belmont. Who else do we have here? Lord Mance can no longer be the captain of the household guard. That will go to... Wow, Nana Harlaw, 63 and still going strong. Yeah, she can be the captain of the household guard. Sir Daenerys Royce, Sir Pate Stone, Nana Harlaw, Sansa Firehand. Yeah, perfect. Our mother is still our regent. How is old Mina doing? 46, still widowed, still refusing to remarry. Good old Mina. Peace review. I gladly accept the guardianship contract between Lord Adam and Tristan. Okay, perfect. Septon Andrew of Faith of the Seven Uprising has declared Faith of the Seven revolt against Master Odgood of Saltpans. Faith of the Seven rebels have risen up in Saltpans, yes, but it's not going to affect us directly, so definitely going to sort out a huge amount of guardianships and betrothals and such off screen though, where it's easier to do so. We could hold another feast, but we won't. Gilwood of Old Anchor died under suspicious circumstances. The Lord Clifton. Nina Redfort died a natural death. Upon the conclusion of a long council meeting, you decide to make a toast. Of course, one toast eventually becomes many, and time seems to slip away. Later, as you leave the council chamber, you stumble and fall on your face. You can feel the taste of blood in your mouth, and dizziness is setting in. We can ask for help. Hopefully someone will hear you. Or no need to draw attention to myself right now, I think. And from that, we get 75% chance of no effect, 20% chance we get the trait wounded, or 5% chance we die. Let's see, no. I just want to go for that option, but I just know our luck. King Florian will probably end up dying, even though it's only a 5% chance. Do I risk it? We'll ask for help. And Danny's High Oak has helped us. That's alright, I don't mind owing Danny's a favour. He's our close friend. Oh, you drunken fool. Florian is definitely going to become a drunkard, isn't he, in his old age? Lord Brandon... Winter Firehand is now known as the Imperious. And what else happened? Lord Brandon has voted for Justice Committee due to returning a favour to Septon Ronald. Okay, so something that's going on in the north. I wonder what the bank is actually going to do against him, because he's refusing to pay the debt. There's no such thing as faceless men, is he, in this timeline? Not at the moment, anyway, as Valyria is still going strong and such, so they're not going to send someone after him, but there's probably going to be some way that they can kill him. Can we force train Prince Ambrose again? Yet, not yet. What about Harsley? Can we? He's still wounded, poor sod. But yeah, Prince Ambrose we can't at the moment. Skilled fighter by the age of 9, though, is pretty impressive, so I'm not going to complain too much. And Galbert Firehand died a sickly infant, the son of Sir Benjen Firehand, whose other child has died a sickly infant. Ouch. Not good for Sir Benjen, it would seem. Seems to be struggling to pop out the heirs. Well, not heirs, they're only going to be a second branch, but they might get landed by the Firehands at some point, who knows? Who have they actually landed at Sevenstar? That's a point. He's kept it for himself for now, Lord Winton. His wife looks old. She's only 30, but she looks super old. Winton's scar doesn't look as impressive. Now, what's with this little finger tash that he's got on the go now, Lord Winton? Your Grace, for too long, Meldrew Harlow is occupied by rightful siege, and I will stop at nothing to take it from him. Balon Greyjoy, no, I will not act against my Lord Paramount. He's actually quite loyal at the moment. Lord Ryman Darkblade died. Whoa. Okay, right, so he died from too much drinking. And then Bradimir Templeton also died from too much drinking. And then something else has also kicked off. Lord Commander Lewis of the Sisters, not the Sisters, sorry, the Night's Watch. Something's happened with him as well. He's had a load of stuff added to his treasury. I'll have a look at the Night's Watch actually. Who are the commanders of the other? Got a random first man commander of the Shadow Tower. Eastwatch by the Sea, we have the Grafton that we sent there. I suppose that's a good idea, having a Grafton there. They had quite a good fleet back here. What about Brandon's gift is just a random Stormlander. Okay. I think we'll end this episode here now, though. My voice just went really high-pitched then. I've got no idea why. But yeah, we'll end this episode here, guys. So I'll sort out loads of guardianships and betrothals off screen. I will show them at the beginning of the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, as always, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and comment down below if so. And hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of the Knights of Andalia. It was well into the hour of the bat. They had been debating for hours on their courses of action. The war had drained the grain stores and winter was upon Andalia. The king had become hard-pressed to feed their people. Lord Steelheart, the new master of coin, had been carrying on for hours now as he said, "The grain prices will rocket. I suggest we entreat the freehold or the reach for grain." Lord Simondert answered, "We cannot ask the south. We cannot afford to look weak. We must look elsewhere for grain." Keeping our pride or enduring a famine? You pick which is more important, Lord Enger said snidely at Dirt, before addressing everyone assembled. Your Grace, my lords, we need grain. Florian had his head in his hands. He had already had a cup or two of wine too many. He wasn't a slothful man, and he cared for his people, but this was getting a bit too much for him now. I have an idea, Florian said. The lords of the council leaned in, ready to hear his kingly wisdom, and were promptly caught off guard when Florian said, Every time someone says grain, we must drain a cup of wine. Your Grace, we have more important matters, no? The people need grain, Maester Benfrey said, before stopping himself. No, treason, Florian laughed. You were going to say it. Go on, say it, he finished. Ugh, grain, the Maester sighed. Drink, your king commands it, Florian poured the lords of aid. They all spat it out. Lord Dirt retched. Gods be good, the hand said. What was in that? Florian giggled. I picked the wrong bottle. That was a pear brandy, I believe. My Lord Chainbreaker didn't flinch. Ha ha, good man. My king bade me to do something. I've always been a kingsman. He laughed heartily. Yes, how leal of you, sir. We must discuss these issues. I say we must drop taxes to facilitate the purchase of goods. Lord Enger paused to ensure he didn't say the word that was on the tips of all their tongues. This law here, written in the time of Enger I, expressly prohibits the use of sawdust in bread. I say, given the current situation, we drop this edict temporarily. We cannot. Eating sawdust inflames the heart. It can lead to many problems. We need grain for the bread, Maester Benfrey said. Half the chamber glared at him. By royal edict of His Grace, the King Florian of House Sevenstar, King of Andalia. Oh, I can't be asked to do the titles. The edict is that you must drink. Drink! Daenys High Oak, who was never a man to bandy words, spoke now slightly slurred. He's no Daemon, is he? Did they teach you different words in the Citadel, you fool? Lord Dirt, who for some reason tried to drink the pear brandy again, retched and vomited out of the window. Discontent screams could be heard below. Florian was in stitches. You've served me loyally, Simmons, a true friend. Not to demean your accomplishments, but that may be the best thing you've done as hand. Oh, I've done better, your Grace, Simmons said haughtily. And what exactly is that supposed to mean? Nothing, Queen Mina interjected, still finishing off her arbor gold. The steward of the household, Lord Athelmore Crescent, walked in and spoke to Florian. The grain reports, my king. The council erupted in a mixed chorus of jovial laughs and weary groans. The lord jumped out of his skin and spoke. Apologies, your Grace. I didn't mean to interrupt, he said. Florian laughed again. Not at all. You've done us all a great service. Drink. He handed the Lord of Lunar Woods a cup and explained the game to him. Septon Robert spoke for the first time and said, I cannot abide by this. This is nonsense. You've always been a cunt, Robert. Leave us, Florian said. Every cup he drank he seemed to get more confrontational. Disloyal bastard, Florian uttered suddenly. You could all learn a good deal about that, except you, Seymour. You stood with me when that thing with your grandson happened. I respect that. It must have been hard. Your king or your pathetic family. That thing, Enger said, clearly offended. He got up and stalked away. Mina chastised Florian. Watch your tongue. Have you forgotten your manners? Need I get a bar of soap to wash your mouth? She started her lecture seriously, but ended up giggling at her son, who laughed as well. Time passed, and as Daenys High Oak made his way to leave, Mina and Florian remained alone drinking. You did well, mother. I remember my coronation, you panicking about what to do now that you were alone. I think I've become a good man, and a better king. You have my love, but maybe in the future dispense with the drinking games. There were serious matters at hand. Flames started to gutter, and the room grew darker as Florian said, I have considered it. He struggled to get up, then switched from drunk to sober in a second. We'll go with Lord Enger's notion. The dropping of the taxes, that's it. Not the bread. We will raise interest rates on the bank to soften the windfall to our treasury. As he turned to leave, he returned to being drunk as he fell face first into the steps, only to roll over and find Daenys High Oak laughing. His Grace cannot handle his wine, I see.